Yo, what's up guys, Underrated Mage, and today I'll be doing a video discussing never before seen fairy tale fights. But before I get into the video, I just gotta say that I am joined by another fairy tale YouTuber known as Senpai Fruit. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check out his channel. He does pretty good content. Hey, if I'm shouting him out, you know that his content is A1. And not to mention the fact that he does fairy tale videos. I know a lot of you guys are fairy tale fans, so if you like his content, if you like my content, you'll like his. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, one of the biggest fights in fairy tale that I just think that we're going to have to see later on in the future, one of the most hyped up fights, it's simple. Natsu versus Acnology. And the reason why I chose this is because this has been a fight that's been hyped up for a long time. And one of the biggest factors about this fight that's being hyped up is when Zare says that E&D is one of the only people who could defeat Acnology. And we even seen Dragneel said, why are you still acting like this? E&D is gone, you got nothing to be afraid of. So that was two big factors, two very important people actually saying that Acnology could be defeated and that he was scared of E&D. So that just got my blood boiling. I was just like, oh snap, we know that Natsu's E&D, so looks like that Natsu's gonna be able to give Acnology a run for his money, and I can't wait until we get to see that fight. Now, staying on the topic of Acnology, I'm going to say Gajeel versus Acnology. And me personally, I just want a round two because we know that Gajeel is back in the story now. He's been gone for so long. Acnology is back in the story. They're about to be going in. We know that Acnology, he now has a human form. They both lost an arm. I mean, it's just perfect setup for these two to go back at it. Now, I don't think that Gajeel will be able to defeat Acnology. No way. But I still do think that it would be an epic fight, and I do think that if Natsu did see Gajeel's side, that could be one of the things that triggers him to turn it into E&D. What do you think about the fight, or what are your most anticipated fights, Senpai Fruit?
Well, for starters, one of the biggest villains currently in all of Fairy Tail is Acnology. He's straight up one of the most vicious characters that we've ever seen in all of Fairy Tail, and he must be dealt with. So my first fight that I really want to see is all the Dragon Slayers going toe-to-toe with the big man himself, Acnology. I'm not exactly too sure how well that'll go down, however, because spoilers for animes only, but all the Dragon Slayers aren't in the best of shape right now, and seeing as Acnology has been MIA for such a long time because of Universe 1, he has had a long time in return to prepare for a fight as big as this, so unless something huge happens, I think this lineup would cause Acnology to be destined to win. The next fight that I have on my list, which is a fight that we've actually already seen, which spoilers for animes only, is Gray going toe-to-toe with E&D. Now, this fight was one of the most hyped up things I've ever read for starters because it's two of the most badass, and in general, just two of the really close Nakama in Fairy Tail going at it full force, no holding back whatsoever. But when it does come down to it, the first fight around was actually just really lacking a lot in my personal opinion. For starters, Natsu was not in his full E&D form. A lot of people try and argue that he was. Well, when it does come down to it, I don't believe that he was, and I have really good evidence to prove this. For example, E&D is supposed to be a full demon form, yet Natsu really only had the claws of a demon, so that goes to show that Natsu is not fully in his E&D form. But nevertheless, that aside, as well, the fight was way too short. It was beginning to escalate, don't get me wrong, but then Urza came in and stopped it. So personally, I'd really like to see a do-over in regards to this fight, and within it, I don't want it to be stopped in the slightest, and I want to see E&D at his full potential along with Gray.
So yeah, that basically wraps up this video. Like I said, make sure you guys check out Senpai Fruit, but comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.